Okay, so hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have got the Chain of Gold book. So this is the Chain of Gold, The Last Hours, book 1 by Cassandra Clare, the Shadowhunters. So this is the first book of this series, and so far, oh my god, I love it. So as you can see, this is literally a black hardcover with kind of gold kind of writing on it, and at the back it does says this as well. It says, "Love cuts deeper than any blade." So this book was amazing. Like, the cover is flat exposed edges, and obviously it has a sword in the middle of it as well. Now, if you don't remember, I got this book in the one of the Fairy Loot edition boxes that they was coming out with that big orange box you saw. So now I know the characters, and this book was definitely amazing. It definitely exceeded my expectations. There was definitely some I was like, okay, that was good. Like, that's definitely some sections. I cannot wait to find out what happens in the book 2, The Chain of Iron, and I can't wait to see what kind of hardback cover that will be. And I wonder if Fairy Loot will be doing that edition as well, since I have a lot of limited edition books coming. So I'm not going to spoil too much this book, because I know most of you probably haven't watched it yet. Shop time! Okay, sorry if you heard shop time in the background. My brother decides to come in and open the door and say shop time. So I don't know if I paused that just in time. So anyway, this book, I'm not going to say too much spoilers, but it starts out, this book, so this series is more of the controversy of the children from the Infernal Devices. So you know that the kids, like Will, Tessa and the others, have kids, which I found out when I was reading the first chapter. I was like, wait, they have kids? What? Huh? What's going on here? I didn't know they even had kids, so I don't know if that's in the Dark Artifacts series. So I've actually got the books, but you won't see them until this month's, yeah, so it'll be this week up in August, yeah, the August monthly haul, and you won't see them for a while, until I've actually, because there's a lot of books I've got to read, and I mean, it's like 3 lines, like 3 stacks, maybe about here, from where you can see the bit of the book, roughly about there. So I've got a lot of books to read, so a lot is going. Anyway, so this is about the kids that were born from the people who was in the Infernal Devices. That doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to me. So as I was reading this, I was like, okay, this is really intriguing. I love it. I love everything connected to it, from the demons to ghosts to everything. So you know how Will can see ghosts? Here's some of his children can see ghosts too, which is really cool. So I do have tabs in here that I have gone through, so I will read some of those, but I do not want to give too much away, because I don't know how many people of you have actually read it. But if you think these are spoilers, there are probably going to be spoilers because I am reading some from the book. So if you don't want to watch this, it's fine. Just read go through any other videos that I have, and just watch those. It's fine. Don't forget, guys, click that subscribe button, because we've got more limited edition books coming. We've got a lot more boxes, and I'm testing out a lot of boxes too. So there is going to be a lot of reading. I have got like so many books to read as it is, and I do not want to stop reading until I know I've fully catched up with everything. Like, I'm still trying to get books that comes in the Fairy Loot, or that's named in LitJoy, or any other book. So look out for those, okay, guys? But anyway, let's get into this. So as you can see inside as well, boy, there's a beautiful. I wonder what colour. No, let's stop this. The Chain of Iron. What colour would that be? Would it be silver, white? I wonder what the cover would be for the hardback. That is one thing I'm really looking forward to. Anyway, so inside it. Okay, that time was my dog. So this was the bookmark that came in the box that came with the book, and I believe this is actually, I can't remember her name now. It said in the thing, but obviously you see the top bit of it has actually been chipped off. It must have got damaged in my bag when it was in the book sleeve. So this was a wood bookmark, but it's only this bit section, and I've kept an eye on it just in case. So there is the front cover with all the other people as well. I'm going to be like, still there. Obviously it was signed by the author as well, which I find absolutely amazing. And obviously these are books that she's also read. read. So I've got all the Mortal Instruments series. I've got all the Infernal Devices. I have now got all the Dark Artifacts, but you guys won't see that just yet. I still need to get the Eldritch Curses, the Shadow Cards, the Codex, Red Scrolls of Magic, Bane series, Chronicles, Tales from the Shadowhand Academy, and Goes to the Shadow Market. So there's a lot I've still got to get. Anyway, hey, don't go there. So the first little tab, and the bookmarks are slid out. It's like a hard big book to try and... Yeah. So in one of the sit part of it, it does go from back and forth from when they were little kids from before they are now. So Lucy is one of the Will and Tessa's daughter, and she meets a ghost. Well, she didn't think it was a ghost until later on, which is pretty cool. And she goes, she's like, oh God, heavens, well, not that. I assure you I speak only the perfect truth, he said. Even the imperfect truth is beneath me. Don't be silly either, she said. I am Lucy Herenold. My father is Will Herenold, and I'm a very important person. If you rescue me, you will be rewarded. And I was like, she stands me slowly as like a snotty brat, and I was like, that was odd. And he was like, a Herenold, just my luck. I was like, And obviously she didn't know that he was a ghost, because he could touch her and lift her up and everything. So ghosts can't do that. Okay, so the next one. Okay, this I was finding it quite funny because I lost it. So it says, I say such Chris by mopping his wet hair out of his eyes. I do think that would work, Tom. The acid has been neutralised. And then Thomas was shaking his head. Someone should neutralise you mop stick. I was like, mop stick? No one's used that before in the books that I've read so far. Interesting. Okay, so then the next one is on page 55. Drink and you will sleep. Sleep and you will not sin. Do not sin and you will be saved. Therefore, drink and be saved. I was like, that's something you can put maybe on like a pillowcase. A blanket would be nice. Oh, a chain of blanket. That would be cool. And then our next part was on page 100. Yeah. She goes, Cordelia. I can't say these names, sorry. Okay, so Cordelia, she said with what James hoped was mocked surprise. Really, alone in a boy's bedroom? Ma'am, this is what she said. She was like, ma'am, he can barely sit up, and I'm a trained warrior who wields a mythical sword. She goes, I'm like, now that's a woman saying that she's able to handle herself in front of boys. She doesn't need anyone to say, do not go in a boy's bedroom, even though if they are weak, they still can do stuff. But she was like, that's not going to stop me from helping someone. And the last thing I actually tabbed before I literally got into the book and stopped forgetting about tabbing everything, and I just lost where I just put that. Oh, okay, here we go. It says, she smiled weakly. I'm not sure I meant to leave you alone with a man, she said, seemed scandalous. Lucy chuckled. Matthew's not a man. We used to hit each other with soup ladles as children. Soup ladles. And was hitting each other with soup ladles. That sounds funny. Anyway, but this book was definitely something to read about. I'm so glad I finally got to one of the Fairy Edition books, because I've got so many Fairy Edition books and I have not read them yet. So now I can finally read this one. So the next book I will be reading is actually the Disney kind of era of the Switch Rounds. So that is the next books to hold on to, and I'm really happy with this. I know it's not much. I don't think I said many spoilers, so this is actually alright. So yay! There's the book. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I can't wait to find out what the Chain of Cast Iron looks like. Da da da. There we go. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for the next book review. Bye!